again. So while you are preaching concerning Luke chapter 7, I saw like in a dream, I was seated in a room and that room had lights everywhere. Then somebody told me, like, a voice told me that today I want you to put you in a position of pastors. Like now you are a pastor and you are in front of the church. So I want you to feel how they always feel. Then there came three ladies. First there were two ladies. Then the first lady came and she had a shaggy hair and she applied makeup, deep makeup, with red lipstick. Her eyes were painted and she had extended eyelashes. She had shaggy hair and they were kind of bushy. She was wearing a very tight top, very tight, and she had big boobs, and she was wearing a jacket over it, a very small jacket to expose her body, and she had necklaces or earrings, the round ones, and she had a purse, a small purse, and she was wearing a hot pant, the one that was just up here, and she was wearing boots. Her boots were reaching here. So the other lady was wearing a mini skirt, but she didn't have bushy hair, but her hair was short. But she had makeup on, and they both had long nails. So the Lord started talking to me, telling me, how do you feel? While that lady was talking, then I was I felt fear in my heart, because she had false. When she was talking, she was like, I can't change, this is me, and this is how the world should know me. When I dress like this, I attract so many men, and this is the mission that I'm out to do. So you can't tell me to get saved. That is not part of me. I'm here to have men, to get money so that I can live. This is what I'm living for. So she was kind of like, I'm in a mission to have men. Kind of, she was talking like a prostitute. Then while she was talking, the voice was just telling me that, how do you feel? But when I looked at the lady, I was feeling like I'm being drained, like I'm losing even the word to share with her, because I wasn't able to talk to her. So those ladies, they talked, then they left. So after leaving, another lady came, and this lady was dressed in a full dress, and she covered her hair, but she had makeup on. So her too, while she came, the Lord asked me that, do you like the lady? Then I said yes. Then he said, why? Because she's dressed decently and modestly. Then he said, still she cannot be in my presence. There is something blocking her from me. Then I said, but she's at least dressed well compared with the others. Then he said, the others the devil is using, and any saved person can identify them to be in the world. But these two is in the world. She's just using the long dress to cover up. So still she has the power to draw some other people. She can easily draw even the saved people to the devil, because it is not just by what you see, but what somebody is carrying from inside. Yes, she has covered her hair with a cloth, and she has a long dress, but still she had makeup on. So for a person who wants to get saved, cannot leave the worldly things, because she will identify herself with what she's seeing. So I want my children to be saved wholly, so that they can't be identified with the world. Because the moment my child gets saved, I don't want her to carry anything of the world. I want her to be a testimony of me, not a testimony of the world. I wanted to use them what they had in the world, that they have left everything that was in the world and now they are serving me fully. I want everyone to know who I am, the image of who created them, because I created it in my image and likeness. But the moment you apply makeup, it is like you are covering up what I made. So my likeness and my image cannot be seen. So God is not over fake people, but God wants us to be real in His presence, because the fakeness cannot glorify Him. So what I learned is that right now God is strongly coming to us against makeup. The command against makeup is coming strongly, and we need to leave it. If we are for God, let us be of God, but not of this world. We should not be identified by the world. We should not be identified by the properties and pleasures of this world. Allow God to use you, but don't let the world be identified by your life. Let your life be a living testimony that indeed, because those two ladies, they were full of pride and they were speaking like they had power and force behind them, and the clothes they were wearing were showing everything. Like the first lady that was really talking in a bad way, she was kind of talking with all pride that she had, because she could move her legs and she could do her fingers like this to show people that she had nails, that she could do it like this, her hair. So it was kind of not of God, and this is disrespectful before God. And the Lord bless you.
Can you repeat from the beginning so I record it here? Okay. Lay emphasis on it more.
What?
Can you repeat it?
Okay, I was saying that while you are preaching concerning Luke chapter 7, the lady came to Jesus and she was weeping and crying, and she had an alabaster jar of perfume. And there I saw in like a dream, the Lord put me to sit in a room, and she told me that now I want to put you in a position of pastors. I want you to feel how they always feel, what they go through while they are on the altar preaching. So I sat there in the room, and all of a sudden, first two ladies came, and these ladies were dressed like the first lady was dressed. She was dressed in a black top, very tight. She had big boobs, and she had a jacket on, and the jacket was small but fitting. And she had bushy hair. She had painted her eyebrows. Yeah, and she had extended eyelashes, the ones that are fake. And she had red lipstick. her face was really, yeah, the makeup was deep. And she had necklace, earrings, the bigger ones, the round ones, and she had a hot pant. The hot pant, the ones that looks like a short, yeah, that could expose her thighs. And she had boots. The boots were reaching like her knees, and she had a small purse too. So the other one was wearing a mini skirt, and she also had a deep makeup, and she had short hair, and her hair was kind of had chemical. They were curled. So the other one was not talking, but the first one was really talking. She was a black lady, and she started talking that no one can tell her to get saved. She has the power to lure men back to her because she needs money, and she's leading a life of prostitution. So through that is where she can earn her income. So she can't live that kind of life, and she has the power. Apart from living it as a source of her income, she feels like she has the power to lure men into her. So she was talking like that, as she was talking, she was kind of talking with force and doing like this. And she had long nails, so she was full of pride. Then the Lord told me that, how do you feel while she's talking? Then I told him, I feel fear. Then I was like, I could not talk back to her, I could not tell her anything, but I could feel that fear while she was talking, because she was talking like a person who has authority. So they talked and talked, then they left. Then all of a sudden another lady came, and this lady, while she came, she was dressed in a long dress covering her body, and she covered her hair too. So, but she had her makeup on, and she was a light-colored lady, but an African. So she didn't talk, but she just stood in front of me. Then the Lord asked me, what do I see or what do I feel? Then I said, at least I can relate to her. She's saved. And he told me, no, she's not saved. Then I said, yes, she's saved. Her body is covered. I can't see anything wrong with her. Then he said, no. Many can come like that, but they are not saved, because there is nothing that can show she's saved, since she's carrying part of the world in her. She has already applied makeup. That shows that there is something inside her that is hidden in that dressing. So her dressing is not enough to prove that she's saved, because even by her appearance, somebody in the world can identify their way of life with her, because whatever they are doing in the world still can be seen in the life of this lady even before she speaks. So I don't want my children to continue carrying the world without showing me, because when I made them original in my image and my likeness. But if you see this lady, you can't know who she is. She's not the one that I made, but her face is covered, so I can't see her, and I can't reach her. So even though the lady appeared to be saved, but the Lord said no, he can't accept her, because she was carrying part of the world, the makeup. So he said no. And I was surprised because I thought that if anyone is saved and can dress well, that's it. Even me, the word of makeup, I didn't take it that serious before. But now it is coming deeper within me. Because I thought once you are saved, you can use those fake hair, you can put any lipstick, and life goes on. But now the Lord is telling me that even after being saved, after knowing Jesus, you can preach the word, but if you have any part of the world, then you are not His. He wants people to be identified by Him. The way He created them is the way He wants them. He says, come just as you are, just as He created you, and worship. That is where His presence will be, and that is where He wants to dwell in. But now if we come with the part of the world, He can't dwell with two people. He can't dwell with the world and you. So He needs you, but not the world in you. So this is the message that the Lord gave me this morning.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.